Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. My name is Teresa. I am in Prague, and I am here with Yehuda, who is in Florida, at the other side of the world. And today we will discuss very interesting topic, and that is peace and war. And we want to bring some light into this because the world is a little bit upside down nowadays. So, when or where shall we start? Maybe with the first question, and that is, why do we still need war? Why does humanity even need war? And do we need it or not?
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Why do we need war? I think it depends who you're asking. For me, I can say coming
Yes.
from the Jewish faith and being Israeli, there's always been war around Israel, always for so many centuries. Why people are so interested in Israel? And
Yes,
it,
tell me, because I want to also know.
And why it seems like there's so much going on in the Middle East, right? Even though
Yes.
we have experienced world wars before, unfortunately, and we don't, nobody wants war. I think, and nobody wins in war. Everybody loses in war. So why do we still go through that? Now, Kabbalistically, let's talk about the bigger picture. We are controlled by Mars right now. You know, every single month is controlled by different energy. So the month of Aries is controlled by Mars, and Mars is considered to be the planet of wars. It's also red, bloodshed, and so on. So Kabbalistically, we explain humanity still has to go through the process of wars. Countries still fight with each other. People even fight with each other. You can fight with your manager, with your coworker, brothers and sisters, parents and children. There's always some kind of debate, argument, and unfortunately, war. Now, Kabbalistically, we explain that as long as we see the other person as the enemy, we will always want to go to war. While Kabbalistically, we say that the real war is within. That basically we have two forces, the force of the soul or the light force, which is within me, my divine higher self. But I also have the physical body, the human experience. The body, physical body, is designed to survive. Meaning, every time I feel that I'm in danger, I'm going to the fight or flight mode. Fight means I have to fight to survive. Flight, it means I have to run away to survive. And the bottom line is that as long as we connect to our human nature more than our soul nature, more than our divine nature, we will always find ways to fight and go to war because we consider it as an act of survival. What is the purpose of the Kabbalah or the Kabbalah Center? Is to allow people to connect with their higher self, with their soul self, with their divine self. And according to Kabbalah, divine or divine light is love, happiness, acceptance, compassion, joy, fulfillment, inner peace. And we have this voice within us. As long as I'm in touch with this voice, most of the time, I will be able to elevate and not just elevate myself as a human being. Our goal is to also elevate humanity. Of course, even myself, I can get angry and I can sometimes fight with somebody. It can be your own child or a friend or somebody that is annoying you. That's normal. But what's governing your being most of the time? Is it the voice of your soul, your divine infinite self, or your finite human body that is designed to survive? Somehow we have this inner conflict all day long. Every time we argue with ourselves, think about it, even an argument, you need two for an argument. So if you argue with yourself, it seems like there is two selves. And it's true. You have two selves, the soul self, the light self, the elevated self, the love self, and you have the the physical human experience of you, which is the ego self, the surviving self, the fearful self, the force that requires the here and the now fulfillment without thinking about the consequences. So we will still go into wars as long as most people in the world see the enemy as the person outside, rather than understanding that my only real enemy is the one that I am dealing with within myself. It's not even myself. Sometimes says I am my worst enemy. No, you're not. Your real self is love, is kindness, is joy. That's your elevated self. Your physical body self, the limited self, is an addition to the soul. What does it mean, addition to the soul? Kabbalistically, we explain, the Zohar talks a lot about it. When the soul, before the soul comes here, it's pure and amazing, but it lands in a physical body for a process of actualization, for a process of free will, and so on. Without going to all the details, you can learn Kabbalah about it. But you land in a body. But your essence, your root, is the light force of the Creator, is that force of love. You land in a body that is the complete opposite force. Then you can make a decision to listen to the body voice, which is the lower voice, or listen to the elevated voice. That's what gives us the free will. Once we choose the light, once we choose the soul, then we basically overcome the negative force that is within me. And then I can choose kindness and love versus hate and fear and trying to hurt somebody else. That's the daily choice we have, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much.
Cool. So it depends on the level of our consciousness. And maybe you have already answered my second question, but maybe there is something more we can add to this. My second question was, what is the root or the cause, the reason of all fight, violence, even killing? But maybe you've already said that. Is there anything else you want to add?
I would say it all depends on the nation. Every nation is what we
Mm-hmm.
call Kabbalistically a tikkun or a correction.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. So every person have their personal journey. You can say karma or tikkun or something that you need to change or to transform, because we're here to transform and to grow. And I would say for my nation, being an Israeli nation, I know that where the nation, us as nation, when we are not unified, when we are not loving and kind towards each other, we usually attract enemies from the outside to
Okay.
basically to remind us that we need to work together. We need to have a common problem to be unified for our own survival. But as far as I'm concerned with my country and with Israel. So, but I think every country has its own process of evolution. I would say I can only talk from my perspective. I can definitely say that since right before the October 7th, this whole mess that happened, there was a tremendous lack of unity
Mhm.
within the people, and the war really connected us back together. So it seems like when there is a major challenge outside, it's helping us unified in the inside. By the way,
Okay.
also with families, right? With family
Mm-hmm.
separation, suddenly you have a big problem that you all have to come up and be unified. It happens. And by the way, it doesn't have to be war. It can be COVID. Remember that we had the COVID, the
Mm-hmm.
coronavirus. What happened? We understood we are dealing with one enemy, the virus, right? So pay attention. There were less wars when there was a common enemy. Where the whole world
Yeah.
had to be united with maybe vaccines and different ways of treatment, right? What happened right after COVID was done? We go back to wars. No, no, it was Ukraine, Russia right after, and then the Middle East war right now. Okay, so we need to understand. And I think us as humanity, if we understand that our real enemy is that voice of the ego within us, and we're all fighting to beat that force and to reveal so much light in the world that basically, as we elevate the consciousness of the world, we will achieve complete utopia, that we are all in a state of love and kindness. That's the end goal. But first of all, I
Mm-hmm.
need to reach my personal utopia, which Kabbalistically we call it the Mashiach. It's in Hebrew, but it's Messiah is the translation. Messiah is not a person according to Kabbalah. Messiah is a state of mind of understanding that we are all one. It's a state of inner joy, that comes from within. It's a state of inner peace. It's a state of certainty that comes from within. That's the Messiah consciousness. And when we reach that level individually and globally, that's when we redeem the world from pain and suffering.
Okay, cool. So let's we can use the wars and all what is happening in the world right now, just to remember to come back and to remember who we really are, and to come back to the truth. That's maybe, yeah, how we can use it in a good way to
That's
elevate
right.
our consciousness.
That's
Yeah.
right. And you know what? In religion, I think most common precept in religion is love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yes.
It's based on love. So what is love? Like the Maharal of Prague, right? Would say was a man of heart. It's all about the heart. If your heart is closed and you're cold, wasn't it your heart is cold? It's just cold to each other. You're not nice. You're not being kind. You're not being loving, right? We all have that coldness within us. If we can be more warm, can bring more warmth to each other. And warmth is not a physical warmth, right? It's energy, right? Today, I mean, look with AI. Look with AI. Everything looks so beautiful. The AI avatar looks way better than us, speaks better than us, is more intelligent than us. And people actually follow Instagram pages and profiles of complete AIs, and they know it's an AI. Maybe they don't. Some people haven't figured that out. This perfect person that is speaking about how to make a lot of money, and it's not even a real person. It's an AI agent that looks the best. They look good, they speak good, and they look completely human. But what do they miss? Warmth, soul connection. Soon, everybody will realize that what we really want is a little warmth. Warmth. Because AI is cold. It's good.
Yes.
Great tool, amazing. But it's no warmth. We need to step up to warmth. We need to step up to, the Rav Berg would say, human dignity. You have a soul, I have a soul, human dignity. To see the light in the other person, a little bit more warmth, a little bit more kindness, extra smile, extra kindness on the road. I'm talking to myself, I'm getting a little, I'm
I get
impatient in the
it.
road, right? But everybody has their part of life that they need to bring more warmth and kindness. It starts with our own family in our own house, the way we travel, the way we interact with people, co-workers, clients, and everybody else.
It's I would agree that AI it's cold, and also it's empty. It doesn't have, it has nothing inside, so it's empty. It's a trap, actually.
Yeah,
And that's you can use it, or maybe it can be helpful in some areas, but still then everyone has to realize that we need to be like warm, open, and fulfilled with something, and it goes definitely from inside, and also with the heart. It's not about the heart, it's more complex. It includes also the mindset, so it's and the body consciousness, so it's, yeah. Okay, so what would we say about the situation that is going on right now? Is there any reason why everything is like you said about the astrology, but is there any other spiritual reason why this is happening right now in the world?
absolutely. There's so much we can say about that. I can definitely say that according to the Zohar, the main Kabbalah book writing that everybody should have, Zohar means light, by the way, splendor, light, revelation of light. What does the Zohar say? That right now, energy-wise, same as we have physical objects and physical energy in this world, there's also spiritual energy. And when the spiritual energy or the consciousness around us is of a negative nature, what does that mean? It means that majority of the people are in a negative state of mind. The cosmic energy will be in a state of negativity. That will manifest through different ways, in a way of chronic disease like cancer or diseases like COVID, pollution, energy of hatred and conflicts and terrorism, natural disasters, hurricanes, earthquakes, even the hole in the ozone layer, even though it has physical reasons why those things happen, spiritually speaking, there is more darkness than light.
Mhm.
The reason why there is darkness manifests through negative energy events. Light manifests through blessings. Pay attention to this very important fact. Light cannot coexist with darkness. If you enter a dark room and you turn the light on, darkness goes away because there's no such thing as darkness. Darkness is the absence of light. What we experience right now in the cosmos is the absence of light. Light will not be generated by AI. No. Light will be generated by human beings. And we generate light when we choose kindness over hatred, love versus fear. It's our decision what we're going to generate back in the cosmos. And you know what? The good news is, even there is a lot of darkness, even if you light one candle in a dark room, the light of the candle will be very powerful, will take over that darkness, will be much more significant than darkness. So each one of us, you and me, and the rest of the world, if we all get together to bring our own light, to shine our own light, that's what's going to end wars, pain, suffering, and death. And I'll tell you something, according to the Zohar, if something happens in Israel, Israel is the energy center of the world. It becomes a trouble. It becomes a problem for the world. It's not about the Jewish people or the Israelis. It's the energy there is an energy of tremendous light. And when there is lack of balance in that land, it affects the whole world. And by the way, even the Zohar mentions that there are potential few negative energy centers in the world. China, Iraq, and Iran, and
Mhm.
Babylon. This whole area is these negative energy centers. It's not about the countries. It's just these areas where those
Mhm.
countries are. It's like a portal of challenging energy, intense energy. Now, when you tame the energy, when you take over the energy, when you reveal light in these places, then the whole world will be illuminated. So it's not that, okay, it's negative leaders and people make negative decisions. The leaders or the political leaders that we consider so powerful are not really powerful. They are just puppets. They just channel the light or the darkness that exists in that moment at that time.
Mhm.
So you and I can make much bigger difference than the prime minister or the president. Why? Because we reveal light and they will manifest light. And if it's not a channel of light, the president will change. Either the president will change, there'll be a better president, or the current president will change their mind. So we have the power.
Mhm. Sounds easy. What can like we can do it like this, but actually it's not that easy. So, what can we give any practical tools? What can each of us do on a daily basis? Because we have to do it. It like it's our time. We don't have to wait or to like think it's not possible. We just have to act, and everyone can do something. So, what can we do on a everyday basis?
Great question, Teresa. First of all, look into the Zohar because this book is not just a book of wisdom, it's a book of light. It's a source of meditation that will help you center yourself and connect to the light within you. And like I just said, find the light within you. Find a way that you can give more to others. Find ways that you can look and find more good within yourself. Cultivate more self gratitude. Be kind to yourself, then be more kind to others. Try to maybe forgive rather than hold on to hatred. If you see something negative in another person, see it as a reflection of your own negativity and what you can change within you. If you don't like a person, send them light, give them love. You don't have to be their friend, but send them positive vibes, positive energy, and start with that.
Yes, like because people tend to fight. If they don't like something, they fight. And it's just still the same principle, like of the fight.
We fight over things where people fight over land, but everybody ends up under the ground one day.
Yes.
So, so why fight over something? If you're already here on Earth before you become a part of Earth, anyway, we all become a part of Earth one day. So if you're on Earth, let's be nice. Let's enjoy each other. Let's have a good time, you know. Fight over something that we all gonna end up there. There's no reason to fight. You're here, enjoy each other's company, give love to each other. We don't have to like everybody. Keep your close friends around you and send light to everybody else. I think that should do the work.
Yes, because we have to bring something new in here, like a new consciousness, not the old one. So,
Of
and
course.
yes, and that's my next question. If is it possible to achieve lasting peace
If it's
for
possible,
humanity?
great question. It's not possible. It's inevitable. It's a must. It's our destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? People, we got used to millennia of pain, suffering, and death. It says, no, we should not agree with it. The moment we say, yes, there is hope, you know, like John Lennon said, they may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
Yes.
But
So I think we.
don't just dream. Don't just dream, but act upon it. Be the
Mm-hmm.
light force in the world in your own way. Somebody else, I think it was Einstein or somebody else said, you know, the problem of the world is not the bad people doing bad things, is that good people don't do enough good. The problem is not the darkness. The problem is that there's not enough light. And I would say, I would want to add to this, it's not that only that good people don't do enough good, it's that good people who do good don't get together to do good together.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
we have more good people getting together and doing good things, we can multiply the amount of light exponentially if we do it. That's what we do in the Kabbalah Center. We always get together, whether it's online, whether it's in person, getting together, bringing light to the world. I don't know any
Mm-hmm.
other organization that does this like that, like us. So everybody's welcome to try and join us to one of our events.
Yeah, and it's also the practical spirituality, so everyone can use it.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
so I
If you,
think we are running out of time, but my
yes,
last question, and I want to ask this, is let's talk about the Jewish question. You know, you can address it however you make sense it to you, but still there is some like negative feeling, a lot of hatred, a lot of connection to war and fighting still in the history. Why is that, and what? How can we also put some light on, insert some light into this topic?
th thank you for asking this. You know, being born and raised Jewish, you know,
Yes,
I always felt from a very young age that I'm hated just for being Jewish, and I never
exactly.
understood why.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to be Jewish, you know. You're a small group of people, and a lot of people hate you. So, and I asked myself why they always wanted to eliminate the Jews, and I asked myself this question. You know, I can always blame them for hating me, but then I was thinking to myself, wait a second. In the Jewish faith, it says that the purpose of the Jew is to bring light into all the nations. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe if I bring more light to the nations and they will feel the light that comes from me as a Jew, maybe they will not hate us as much. Um, or in other words, maybe if I bring more light into the world, the darkness of hatred will be going away. The same as you turn the light on in a dark room. Oh, okay. Now everybody will experience the light. I can increase the critical mass of light in the world so people will not feel so much desire to hate, not just the Jews, but hatred in general. So if I do my role as a Jew in our faith, it's to bring light to the world, and everybody else will be receptive for the light without being jealous of the light, without saying, I want it and I'm willing to destroy the other person for it. You know what? Maybe I can learn from the Jew. Maybe I can connect to the light of the Jew. Why not? You know, the wisdom and the light is not kept for ourselves. We need to share it with others. So I cannot change anybody. I can only be the light and I can only be love. and then whoever is ready for the love will accept it.
Okay, that's beautiful. Maybe we just have to get ready. That's the only thing we have to do to bring more light into this world. So thank you. I think that's it
Yeah, we
about
can talk for
the
hours, I
peace.
know.
Yes, yes, yes. But just for today, and just I want to remind all of us that everyone can do something on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
That it's not like hopeless situation, but it
Definitely. Your light is
depends on
strong.
us. Yeah,
Your light
yeah.
is strong. Share your light.
Okay, so thank you for this interview, and everyone who likes this, you can share. Feel free to
Please.
share or to subscribe to our channel. And see you
Thank
soon.
you. See you soon.
You.